Hi, I'm Cody, member of the LRCC here at Squam Lakes Association. We're out here at Chamberlain Reynolds Memorial Forest to talk a little bit about the Leave No Trace principles. We at the Squam Lakes Association sure do love the outdoors. We're lucky enough to have access to some of the most beautiful trails and views around. To help prevent damage to those trails and prevent water pollution and sustain the general beauty of the area, we ask that you follow a few simple principles. The best things you can do to limit your personal impact when you're out on the trails is to plan ahead. Know where you're going, what supplies you might need for the day, and how long you're going to be out. For example, today I looked at the weather report and noticed that it would be a little bit cool and damp, so I have extra layers and microspikes in my pack. Of course, I also brought a mask just in case I see anyone else on the trail. And before I left, I went ahead and told a few people where I was going so they know where I will be and when to expect me back. When it comes to trash, you have to follow one simple rule. If you carry it in, carry it out. This applies to all forms of waste, including plastic water bottles, candy wrappers, and even banana and orange peels. Did you know that a banana peel can take up to 5 years to decompose, depending on the conditions? It leaves an ugly eyesore for other recreators. So remember, if you brought it in your pack, take it out in your pack. People always say to stay on the trails when you're outside. But why is that exactly? Trails are a necessary part of our outdoor experience. We need a way to travel across the land, of course. But by staying on the trails, we prevent scarring of the natural landscape to allow the natural ecosystems to flourish. Sometimes that does mean you have to step in a puddle along the way. In the past couple of years, things like fairy houses and painted rocks have gained increasing popularity. Make sure you reach out to your trails manager before leaving anything other than footprints or taking anything other than photos. Do you know what a cairn is? A cairn is a purposefully stacked pile of rocks used to guide hikers on the trail when tree blazing, such as this one, is not possible. Typically, this happens in alpine environments where there aren't any trees. However, lately, rock stacking has become super popular. Do you know that rock stacking and rock removal can actually harm the environment? Rocks play a super important part of our ecosystem, housing small and large creatures underneath. When the ecosystem or habitat underneath the rock is exposed, those critters can actually be harmed. Not only that, but stacking rocks along rivers and waterways can actually alter the flow of water, harming the natural life cycles of the animals that live in the water. The best advice I can give is to not stack rocks. Wildlife is an important reason for me to go outside. I love identifying songbirds or seeing the tracks of a snow hare while he's off on his business. However, we should give wildlife the respect it deserves. When it comes to wildlife, follow the rule of thumb. Hold your hand out at arm's length with your thumb up. If your thumb entirely covers the animal from your point of view, then you are far enough away. If not, you should consider moving further away. Wild animals can very easily become reliant on humans to survive. They love our trash. So like I said earlier, make sure to carry out your orange peels, banana peels, and other fruit waste. Also, just don't feed the wildlife in general. But if you are following the rule of thumb, you shouldn't be able to feed them anyway. You may be thinking to yourself, I'm only one person. Why do I have to follow all these principles? However, if everyone thought that way, our trail system would be full of scarred landscapes and intense erosion. If we all put in small individual efforts, we can help protect our environment at large. I recommend you check out the linked resources below for more information on why you should follow Leave No Trace and a little bit more information on all the principles we discussed today. Thanks for joining!